iPad set up while you're joining. Got it. Right, fingers crossed. What a palaver. Okay, let's make sure that that's okay. Everything crossed. Well, we're at home on the Wi-Fi, so it should all be good. And I'm literally, I'll quickly go over what I went over in the shop, then we'll create, and then I'll just share this video to YouTube. I don't think there's much point in sharing the other ones. Hi Sally and Kim. There's Christine. Why has this got nothing coming up? You get one device sorted. Here we go. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, so I've got the iPad there, so if any questions come up, I should hopefully be able to answer them. One thing, I chucked everything in a bag and I thought, oh yeah, I've got everything, and I've got here, and I thought, I haven't bought my books of sentiments home, so I can't put a sentiment on there, but we'll get to the stage and I'll put one on next time in the shop and photograph it. So, oh, this is good. You're all coming through. In fact, whilst you're joining, I will show you a few things in case, if you didn't tune in at 2 and 10 past, and no, I'm messing around. This is what we're going to be playing with today. They are Craft and Dew dies. We've got a DL, and this is called Old Frame DL, and that one is $13.99. We have got the rhombus background at $6.99. We have got the vintage flowers, and they are $7.99. We have got the vintage leaves, and they're $7.99. And they're gorgeous because they've got like these little bits missing. You'll have to be quick for those ones. And then we have got old photo frame. This is 9 by 13. So they're the dies that I'm going to be playing with for the demo. I did just quickly pick these up because these are all brand new. They launch tomorrow. So we've got 6 by 6 and 5 by 7 in red and green card. These are cards and envelopes. We've also got those in 12 by 12s as well. And these are packs of 10 for $6.29. So it's nice just to show you what I'm talking about. And then we've had these pieces in $6.29 and $3.59, and they work really well with the graphite pencils. If you didn't get the graphite pencils, we do have a bundle with the graphite pencils in as well. I can't see mine. They should be there, but they're not. I think they're in my box in the hallway that I haven't put away yet. So let's get that there. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to spin you around. Okay. Now, I think it's this that's wonky. How can I make that not wonky? There we go. I think that's a good, there we go. Right then, so one thing I am going to show you is, do you remember when I did the demo for the Distress Ink mini storage box? I did decide to cut a window in mine and add the acetate, and I really like it because I can see through there. So yeah, and I've got my next box ready just in case they release the next lot soon. Right, so I said we were going to use Shaded Lilac. I'm trying to remember, you see. and Villainous Potion. And then I've got Hickory Smoke, and I can use my little black soot. I've started, look, I've labelled them up. They're really cool. Okay. So we're going to make an A5 size card. I'm just going to check that everybody's okay. Yes. And I've got a couple of mats and layers, which I kind of don't know what's going to happen where yet. But I've got everything ready. I'm going to use one of these frames. So when I cut this frame, it does actually cut the inside edge as well. So I've taken that inside edge and I used the rhombus background, and I've cut it twice into it. So you'll notice I overhung it off the edges, and so that now will place in there perfectly. And I'll do like a bit of an inky something on here so that that shows through. So I might start with that, and I'm going to be really naughty. Well, it's not naughty, but I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to use my new mat, which it's not out yet, but it's coming, and I really, it's just really nice. So I won't say too much about it. It's just there, and it's an inky mat, and when it's time, I'll tell you everything. So I'm going to put some inky bits on there. Yeah, go on then. I'm going to have some shaded lilac. And I'm going to kind of just smoosh this around, get quite a good coverage. And I've got my heat gun close by, so I haven't got to move my desk, which is good. And, oh, even got kitchen towel close by. Okay, so I'm going to just damp that back. And I'm going to come in with some Villainous Potion. This is quite a dark ink, so I'm going to be a bit more careful with this one. In fact, I'm not. I'm just going to go for it. I do like them two colours together. That's ample. And I am going to knock that back just to... It kind of saves me heat tooling it, but I will heat tool it as well. Okay. Right, let's see how that looks. I didn't put my do not disturb on. Yeah, I like that. Let's get a bit of purple. Just give that a little ink around the outside. Okay, and then for this piece to go over the top, at the minute I quite like it like that, but I feel like I want to put some hickory smoke on it, so I'm going to go for it. I'll try it on the back. If in doubt, go on then. Go on then. I'll just put a little bit on. Just give that a little rub over. And then I'm going to bring in my background stamp. This is Birthday Background, Julie Hickey Designs. And I'm just going to randomly, I mean, that might look quite nice. Be careful, Hazel, don't. Where's your... Now, me being me, I know that that is absolutely dirty. And I was going to print it in black, you see, but what I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a birthday. And just clean that off a bit. I mean, it hasn't got to be perfect, but I just want to get the majority of that black out. Just so it doesn't transfer onto my ink pad, basically. And in fact, just in case it does, I'm going to use my old one. And it hasn't transferred, so that's all right. So a bit of shaded lilac on there. And so just a bit of random, subtle, but it's there. And I'm going to lift that up so that you can see. Got a really nice, I'm just going to wait for the iPad to catch up to see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see that. Nice little bit of script going across there. And then I will stick that to there and it'll be the perfect size then to go inside my frame. Now, for this one, oh, I'm going to pause on that. I'm going to stick this down. Until I've done my flowers, I don't know what colour I want my frame to be. So let's just get some glue on here. I'm going to use my hand. And I'm just going to line that up. That seems to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to snip them little bits away. Maybe it's stretched. Okay, so we've got a good base. Now, can I see which way up it is? Yes, I can. God, there we go. Right, and I might just add in a little bit of ink around the outside as well. Just to... Yeah, that's fine. And this is how that's going to sit then inside there. You see, I do quite like the crisp, but it's going onto a bigger background, so I'll come back to that. For the flowers, there's 4 sizes in there. So 1, 2, we'll have 3 of them, 3 of them, 3 of them, and 3 of them. I mean, if I'd have been more organised, I might well have prepped these. I'm going to use some shaded lilac, and I did bring me a water brush. What I think I'm going to do is just give them a spritz over with water, and then just really randomly get some colour on them. Good to see me again. Thanks, Yvonne. I couldn't believe it. I don't know if it was my phone or if it was just a spot in the town that was just struggling. I don't know. It's never really... I know we've had a few times before where it's been a little bit, but it's never, like, cut me off completely. So, I don't know. Pop that in there. So just getting a base. And if they've dried, then I can add a bit more. Okay. Perfect. I love the shaded lilac because you can see a real nice purple tone in there. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of a base colour down. I'm going to introduce some Villainous Potion. Is that in it? Villainous, but yeah. And again, if I just spritz a little bit of water, that will do its thing and move around a bit. If I'd have done it one at a time, you would have seen it move better. But this is fine. We're going with the flow. I mean, this is like super speedy painting the flowers. You would take your time a bit more. All right, I'm happy with them. They're moving around, and then I'm going to bring in my heat tool and just start and dry them off. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not going to completely dry them, but I'm going to take off all of the wet. Got a nice little pile. I hope I use all of these now. Might have enough for 2 cards. Now these flowers have got like little slits down to really help you when you're manoeuvring their petals and shaping them. And the last one. Okay, so I've got my little pile there. Let's dry that up. And then what I'm going to do is just bring in and just scuff around the edges. Now, after I've done that step, it looks beautiful like that, or you could spritz it so that then that moves around. And I feel like I do want to do the spritz. I know it's another drying process, but it's going to be worth it. Not lots, just a little bit, and it just gives you that lovely bleed around the edge. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to have these flowers stacked up yet or not, or whether I'm going to have them more singly. I think they'd look nice as both. It's super easy with these little pads, I must admit. I think I would struggle if I was trying to do that with one of my bigger ones. I mean, I'd get more ink on my fingers. That was a bit much, but never mind. Okay. I don't think I've ever used Villainous Potion and Shaded Lilac together, and I really like them. There's a lot of flowers here. I think I'd done it that I was having 3 stacks, but we'll see. We shall see. They're looking beautiful. 2 little ones left. Right then. I'm going to give them a blast. You watch them fly everywhere. So long as the inside bits are dry where I'm going to glue them, it should be fine. There we go. So let's have a decide. They're the same. So I could bend them round this way and up, give them a nice little bit of shape. You could use your little folding mat. No, don't mean that. See, look, when you bring them up, they create these beautiful little cups. So that's that shape. Then we've got this one. In fact, I might just bend them back and up. That one can fit in there. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. I mean, that looks quite floofy, almost carnation-like. Let me lift it up so you can see. You've got all of that detail. Maybe we'll do that. 1, 2. There you go. That gives me 3 flowers. We'll go with that. I knew there was a method in my madness. Right. I am going to just line the hole up on each one. And I'm going to need, in my little drawer, something. We've got oodles and oodles of pearls at the shop. I feel like chicken tonight. Is this going to be the right colour? Yeah. I'm just grabbing what I've got to hand. And then now I've got that in there, I can then just floof up my petals a bit. Because it's got those splits, it allows you to get a bit of movement. There you go. Gorgeous. So then we'll do the same. That's stuck on there. That'll be the silicone. Okay. I mean, they have got little holes which I haven't poked out yet. Pop that one in. And that one. Probably would have been better if I didn't glue them like that. And the centre, I'll let that settle before I floof it up. This one's still got its centre in. Come on out. Right, we're all right, are we? Pop that one in, and last one. That one feels a bit damp, actually. Hopefully this will stick. Okay. Give them a shape. And then for the foliage, like I say, I didn't take this one because when they sent it out, they didn't send what we ordered because they'd obviously sold out. So we only got, I think there was only about 5 or something like that. So I've just picked these foliage, which is Julie Hickey's Perfect Petals. And I've just used the dies, no stamps on them. And I thought I could work with these rather than opening that packet and then somebody not being able to buy it. So I want a nice green to go with this. And I'm feeling, see if I can pick the green that you're shouting out at me. I feel like bundled sage. Is that what you were thinking? Oh, I've missed the step that I wanted to do. Never mind, I'm going to bring this in and show you. What I wanted to do before I put the flowers together was stamp a bit of script on them. That would have given them another look. And I probably could get a little bit of script on there if I really tried. It's a big stamp, but let's try. I don't know why I put them on there because I'll never get them off. Okay, so let's put them on there. Right, so. And it's just a little bit here and there. It will just give it a bit of, it's going to go with the design, which is good. Obviously, it would have been better if I'd have done it in the steps, but I'm happy with that because I've got the bit of script, which is going to tie in with the background that we've done, which I can't even find. Here we go. So now, yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, we've got maybe 1, 2, 3 flowers. And now I'm going to work on the foliage. So, move that to the side. Bring out the green. I'm all for cheating me. I'm going to drag. And, of course, the brush is dirty. Just use my water brush to move around that ink and leave that to dry. Now I might do a couple of these on the reverse so I've got symmetry. We'll see what, oh yeah, that's all right. That one. I'll do that one on the reverse then. Now, if I really wanted to continue that theme with the script, if I get that black off, just so I've got a little bit of texture on them, I can stamp a bit of script on there as well. I'll let that dry while I do the front of this one. finishing, isn't it? There we go. Right. So I've got 4 there. I might not use 4, but I've got them if I want them. Right, so bring them down and bring this one in. And again, just in case I've got black on there, I am gonna use my big one, because I'd be horrified if I got my little ones dirty. So again, a little bit of script on there. Let me lift that up. So again, a nice, subtle little bit of script that's going to work in with what we're doing. So let's move them off. Get that out of the way. Get our area clean. Might need a bit of water. Okay. Now to the background. I feel like I definitely want to blend around there in purple in the Villainous Potion, because this is going to be the matten layer. So I am going to go ahead and do that. That's one thing I'm definitely able to commit to. Doesn't matter about this bit because it's all going to be covered up. So let's have a look at that. That will tie in with the flowers. Now I feel like on this one I want to have a little bit of green, but not covered. So I'm going to clean my purple out. I'll probably end up getting some in there, but never mind. It'll be what it'll be. And I'm going to get my bundled sage. Bead that up. I'm just going to have a nice bit of a splodgy, like so. And then we'll dry that off. Do you know what? At this point, I still haven't got an idea what this is going to look like. It's all exciting, though. And as always, I am using Media Artist card. Well, I'm very pleased. I've just looked up at the iPad and I'm just pleased that you're all still there and we're still live. Not like dinner time. Okay, so now in my head, this is where we're at. So now I'm going to have my... I just need to work out where I'm going with this, because I've got to choose a colour for that frame yet. And it might be lilac, if I'm honest. So say we've got them there. Maybe I will just use them all. That's not on my thing. That's not on my radar. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that needs to be lilac. It does. Yeah, Hazel, do it. Okay. So I'm going to work the same way as what I did with them leaves. Make sure I've got a clean water brush ready. I'm just going to drag this down like so. But then, in fact, I might even squidge it. Spray it with water and just move that around. Then I might kiss the edges with the darker. We'll see how we go. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to see the grain of the card. I'm going to take a piece of kitchen towel to take that moisture out. And it might strip a little bit of the colour out, but that's fine because it hasn't got to be perfect. Get that cleaned up. There. Let me just see if I'm happy. Okay, you know what it needs. I know what it needs. Okay, I've got two choices in my head. First off, I'm going to dry this. This is how the cogs turn. I want to incorporate some black ink. Now, I could either put a bit of black ink on there